away, and Arsenal really still no Adams, no Bold, no Platt, but this is the side that won at Forest on Saturday.
That was a great boost for him for this game, and I think that the problem that May have is Johnston. Although we know that they've got a lot of movement in their side, Johnston seems to get himself free a lot. I know they're talking about York, but I think this boy coming from the middle will outnumber him in the middle of the park. And then of course you've got, they'll have the problem of Bergkamp. Aston Villa have got three centre halves. They'll have to make a decision whether to bring one out and mark him because he goes deep, or stay together and let him come to them.
OK, well, that's the Arsenal situation. This is the Villa side, pretty settled. Best defensive record in the Premiership, only 18 goals conceded, Terry.
That's right. They're a stout-hearted defensive side. McGrath, of course, is not playing, and Staunton's playing in the back, as he did on Saturday. And as you can see, Johnston is in that clever little position. They'll get their width from their full-backs instead of the forwards, and Johnston will be roaming free consistently, and I think that is something, if they haven't got a game plan for him, it can be a thorn in the side. OK,
Terry, thank you very much. We're all set for this Coca-Cola Cup semi-final first leg. Arsenal and Aston Villa. Let's join our commentary team tonight. Ian St John alongside first Brian Law.
Good evening, everybody. Well, here on the commentary position, we're certainly looking forward to what should be a very, very good night indeed of cup-tie football. Well, it's going to be Villa in a change strip of blue. We'll be getting the game underway. Wembley 2 stops away, Europe 3 stops. The prize is now certainly a big ones as Villa get us underway, attacking the goal to our left. Off Lee Dixon. Bookmakers in fact have made Arsenal 6-5 favourites to win this particular game here tonight, although of course there's another leg to come in Villa at Villa Park a week tonight. Referee is Paul Durkin from Portland in Dorset. Villa in such tremendous form, as Bob was saying. They've won 7 of their last 9 games. And Bruce Rioch saying before tonight that victory that Arsenal had against Forest on Saturday was so important, that football really is all about confidence, and Arsenal needed just that little bit of a boost of confidence, which Bergkamp is giving them here with a good run. With Winterburn on the far side, Wright's waiting in the middle. This is Glenn Helder, the Dutchman, crossing in with the right foot, and little Alan Wright getting it away. Helped there by his skipper, Andy Townsend. The chase is on. Linnigan against Dwight York. And back it goes to David Seaman. Arsenal won here 2-0 against Villa earlier this season when, by his own estimation, manager Brian Little got the Villa tactics wrong. They were a little too cautious. They'll not want to concede anything here tonight, that's for sure. Here's Alan Wright. Steve Staunton playing one of the 3 central defenders that have served Villa so well, that combination this season. Although, of course, Paul McGrath's on the substitute bench now. He's lost his place as Staunton comes back from injury. Linnigan with the kick for Arsenal. Interception there by Gareth Southgate. Dixon hoisting it forward. Ian Wright caught offside. Well, Terry Venables said the place would be fairly furious. A bright, brisk start, Ian.
Well, listening to both managers before the game, Brian, they were saying that they were going to attack, you know, and it's nice to know that the visiting manager, Brian Little, has said the last time we come here we didn't do ourselves justice.
That's right.
We're going out here to attack tonight.
And quite clearly Arsenal would need the goals to go to a second leg at Villa Park, where Villa have been almost unbeatable this season. I think they lost 2 only at home this season.
Well, that's right. That's why this has got the makings of a game tonight. You know, both teams going all out for a victory.
York, Townsend, down the line towards Draper. Actually is hobbling a little bit. Whether he's pulled something there as he was chasing that pass from Townsend. He's very, very important to them into the middle of the field. Southgate man at the back there at the moment, hitting a long ball towards Tommy Johnston on the far side. Helder back there to help out. Hillier. Helder. Ooh, that's a dangerous ball he's played in there. Can't think what possessed him to do that so early in a cup tie. Right. Now the chase is on. This is where Helder should be shining. But in fact, where Ekiog did superbly to clear the danger for Villa. It's Winterburn with the throw. Helder again. Back for Nigel Winterburn. Little back heeled by Bergkamp. Gary Charles. And in the end, it was the ball there by Southgate. Up to Milosevic. Milosevic, formerly with Partizan Belgrade, Serb born in Bosnia. Here he is again.
Good shot by Townsend, and for a moment that ball was moving enough to cause Seaman all sorts of problems. He struck that with such ferocity and nearly snatched something out of a blue. Saint?
Well, that's from at least 30 yards, and as we know, the balls fly around the modern ball here, and that one was swerving as well.
Southgate again with a good header. Lee Dixon hit long. Bergkamp hoping to get behind it. Staunton strong and secure at the back though for Villa. In comes Linnigan, and now Draper moving a little more easily. Tackled first by Wright and then by Hillier. Gets clear of both of them. Ugo Ekiog up to Sava Milosevic. Townsend. Wright's in some space over on this left-hand side. Alan Wright, that is. Here's Steve Staunton. Good left foot on him. Well, Ron Atkinson used to say Staunton's got a left foot like a wand, but not on that occasion.
No magic in the wand tonight.
Let's have a quick, let's have a quick look at the subs. Parlour, Hartson and Morrow for Arsenal. McGrath, Taylor and a young goalkeeper Michael Oates for Aston Villa.
No goalkeeper for Arsenal on the bench.
Nope.
I always think that's not a wise ploy at all.
It's Arsenal's throw. The winners, of course, to meet at Wembley on March the 24th. The winners of the other semi-final between Birmingham City and Leeds United. Dixon. Right, just caught offside. Villa, as I was saying, defeated only twice at home this season. Chelsea was the first. I saw Liverpool beat them in a terrific game at Villa Park a fortnight ago. But John Barnes was telling me afterwards, Saint, that Villa probably were the best side they faced this season.
Well, the defensive record is fantastic, isn't it?
18 goals only in something like 27 matches.
Well, that's usually the champions try that kind of goals against record.
York beaten in the air by Linnigan. Merson touching it on to Bergkamp, pushing his header for Jensen. Merson again. Struggle there for Bergkamp. And it'll be Alan Wright with the throw. Southgate, who played in a League Cup semi-final last year for Crystal Palace when they were beaten by Liverpool. Helder right back there. Milosevic. Winterburn. Bergkamp. Ekiog. Helder again, well back there. Milosevic. Good work by Gary Charles over there. I suppose Helder and on this side Merson have got to play back a little bit, haven't they?
Well, I was just thinking about the style that the Villa are playing. They're pushing both fullbacks on, and they're playing almost like out-and-out wingers.
Well, it's a free kick here to Villa. Dwight York, 16 goals this season. And it was Lee Dixon with a backward header that got it away when Dwight York was closing in with some menace. They're waiting for Draper and Townsend to come across to take this corner between them. Southgate's up for this one with Ekiok. Staunton at the near post. Flicked off an Arsenal defender. Helder playing it to Bergkamp. Bergkamp losing out. Gary Charles. That's some good play. Picking up Staunton. York taken off his toes by Hilliard. Staunton down the line again goes Tommy Johnson this time. Goal kick. Brian Little, the Villa manager, took over from Ron Atkinson and has now fashioned his own side here. Opposite numbers Bruce Rioch, who once had Brian Little as his coach when he was manager at Middlesbrough. And of course, Bruce was a former Villa player back in the 1970s, played in the League Cup final for them, I remember, at Wembley against Spurs back in '71. Vincent. When Villa then were in the 3rd division, incidentally, and Spurs won it 2-0, I think, 2 Martin Chivers goals. But Bruce was playing for Villa on that occasion. Bergkamp trying to turn away from the trouble. In the end, Southgate making a good clearance. Keown. Ekiok. It's a big test for Keown and Linnigan tonight. Saints.
Yeah, standing in for the two regulars for Gold and Adams. And with Dwight York really in goal-scoring form, he's going to be a handful for them tonight. And Tommy Johnson, of course, can get goals out of nothing.
Right. It's an Arsenal throw.
When you're looking for who's going to score goals and who might score goals, while Ian Wright's around, you've always got to think Arsenal have got a chance.
To Dwight York. Milosevic can't get a touch. Jensen. Winterburn takes it up for Arsenal. And Helder's long cross. First real touch for Bosnich. Linnigan gets in and gets it away. Draper. Winterburn. Southgate attacking the ball very positively. Gary Charles, offside. When we talk about who's going to score a goal, Ladbrokes, in fact, have made Ian Wright the bookie's favourite at 7-2 to score the first one. I think they're being very generous. And Dwight York is quoted at 5-1. And Dwight here has scored, what is it?
I think he's scored about
6 in the last 5. 6 in the last 5.
Yeah, and 16 goals this season.
That's right.
I think of the two midfield players, sets of midfield players, you've got to fancy that the Villa have got a better scoring group in there. Andy Townsend, Draper, Tommy Johnson, you know, they're more likely to score than the Arsenal midfield players.
Jensen hasn't scored this season. Hillier, very limited opportunities. He hasn't scored either. Linnigan has got 1 or 2 valuable goals in his time. And Bergkamp not getting that quite as firmly as he would have wanted, and really causing no problems for Mark Bosnich. Bosnich, in fact, who's had 7 clean sheets in the last 9 games, which is testimony to how mean this Aston Villa defence is this season. It's Linnigan with the kick. Bergkamp and right up there. Elder lurking on the far side. It's aiming towards Bergkamp. Staunton's header made the clearance for Villa. Johnson. Linnigan, up goes Milosevic. Here's Lee Dixon. Only Wright is up in a red shirt. Southgate holding him off. Free kick. There was an elbow flying there from the Arsenal captain, Ian Wright. One of the proudest periods of his career, he'll tell you, being made captain of Arsenal in the absence of Tony Adams. Gareth Southgate hitting it long to Milosevic. Couldn't control it well enough. Helder finding Jensen, and now Merson. Dixon going up outside him, switching it to right on the far side. A lovely touch for Helder. Bergkamp's in the middle if he can pull it back, but that was beautifully read again by Southgate. But a good break by Arsenal.
Beautiful skill there by Ian Wright. First time pass, and Helder really has wasted the last sort of 4 chances he's had to do something. That was a careless ball of his. I mean, he gets played in there, he's in the box, all he has to do is pick Bergkamp out, and he gives a bad ball.
I just get the impression, Ian, watching Helder a few times this season, that he is such an exciting guy to watch, but the finishing product so often, well, there's another case in point, just isn't there.
He's a flatterer, I have to say. You know, at times he looks terrific, but the end product is not there week in, week out.
Foul on Milosevic, a free kick to Villa. Draper shaking off the challenge. Can't find Milosevic though. Hillier into the path of Jensen. Wright is swarming around up ahead of him. Johnson did a good job. Now with Staunton. Now with Alan Wright. Southgate. Staunton. Here's Gareth Southgate. Mary Charles just keeping it in play. Milosevic.
Will it hit the corner flag?
No.
Nearly. Now this big fella has been an enigma, hasn't he?
I must say, I like the look of him. I've seen him a few times these last few weeks. I think he's getting a little more confident, and he's going to be a handful. There's no doubt about it. He does such a lot of good work, but his final touch, talking about Helder, is exactly the same.
It's very frustrating, isn't it? If you're playing with a player like that.
Charles. Down the line, Dwight York has made a terrific run for that from a moment ago. He was just down below us here on this side of the field. Plays to Milosevic again. Ball down, free kick. Milosevic, who was a prolific scorer for Partizan Belgrade. And Staunton's shot comes off the Arsenal defender for the corner. Again, Draper and Townsend going across. Dwight York at the near post. Staunton's in there. Milosevic there. Ekiog and Southgate up from defensive duties. Alan Wright standing at 5'4", can be relieved. He stays back. Draper with a longer one this time. A very long one indeed. Towards Ekiog on the far side. Milosevic picking it up. Johnson getting it back to Charles. Tommy Johnson. A long way back now to Wright. And now Staunton. Well, they play themselves out of that one nicely. A long ball again towards Johnson, too high for him. Gary Charles coming up on the far side. Elder retreating with him. Oh, and he's given it away. Johnson now to Charles. Will the cross come in? Charles with it. Flicked on and behind by Milosevic.
Well, that was a case of Helder almost selling and go at the other end. That's the danger, you see, when they get pushed back by an attacking fullback, push them back, sometimes then they end up in positions in defence and start doing silly things, giving the ball away.
Well, he's got 9 goals, as you've seen. He's confident enough when he arrived to say his target will be 25 first-team goals this season.
I think he'll have to count the ones he gets in training if he's going to get 25.
Southgate finding Charles. Milosevic. Does work though, you know, Saint.
Well, I think he's entitled to work. I mean, it's a position in the field that you'd expect to do work, Brian. You're up there and you've got to work along the line, especially, you know, playing up, maybe just 2 of you playing there.
Still only 22, the lad from Partizan Belgrade. He is chasing this one, the number 9. It's an Arsenal throw. Nigel Winterburn with it. Ekiog. Again. Draper. Back to Bosnich. Staunton. Draper again. Townsend, Draper, nice football. Johnson, good play. Excellent play here by Villa. And it's opening out for them. Tommy Johnson with a shot. Good save. Milosevic is in there. And he couldn't quite finish it off. It's a goal kick. Milosevic felt that maybe it had come off the Arsenal player and it should at least be a corner. But it was a scintillating move by Villa.
Great move by Tommy Johnson, wasn't it? You know, Tommy picked the ball up midfield, beat his man, and then there was only one thing in his mind: he was going to have a pop at goal. Smacked it there, keeper had parried it, and Milosevic came in there. Maybe the goalkeeper did get another touch on it.
Still 0-0. It's Draper. And now Townsend. It's Villa who've been firing in the shots so far. Andy Linnigan. Merson. Again it's Linnigan. Towards Bergkamp. Right. York. Foul on him.
Well, the home team, I think, are rattled at the moment, Brian. You know, Villa are playing a better football, more constructive side. Seem to have just more ideas than Arsenal at the moment.
Townsend will take this one. Ekiog's come up from the back. Draper's shot.
Well, they are prepared to have a pop at goal. And we were saying just before there about the midfield, and I think they've all had shots at goal so far, haven't they? Townsend had a cracker, Draper, Tommy Johnson, they've all having a whack at goal. Didn't quite get a hold of that one, so they cut across it. But they are prepared to have a shot.
Seaman clearly the busier of the 2 keepers at the moment. Kieran, Bergkamp. Back from Ekiog. to Bosnich. Southgate. Staunton. Draper. Ekiol. York is chasing. Linnigan's with him. It's still with Dwight York. Twisting, turning, looking for something. In the end, finding Tommy Johnson. Milosevic can't get there. Arsenal scramble it away. Jensen getting it clear in the end to Bergkamp. And then picking up Merson. Merson hitting it straight at Townsend, but it's an Arsenal throw. And Arsenal just can't get their game together at the moment. Still 0-0.
Very ragged, aren't they? You know, they've not been able to get a service at all up to White and Bergkamp. I mean, balls like that are no use. I mean, why do that? You know, they've got to get it on the floor and try to give them a decent ball.
Step back for a moment and allow Dwight York to come in. He picks up Gary Charles. Milosevic has arrived as well. Townsend's in there. The tackle of Winterburn. Stop that. Bergkamp. Hillier. Dixon. Jensen. Here's Draper. York. Milosevic. Strongly challenged and beaten by Linnigan. Jensen. Here. Linnigan again. Long ball forward. Carefully cut out though by Southgate. Right. Southgate again. Dixon's clearance. Staunton. Johnson. Out of play. Arsenal's throw. Bergkamp. Merson trying to get it into his path. Bergkamp again! A super goal!
What a bolt from the blue that was.
Well,
Played back by Wright. In comes Bergkamp. Down goes Bosnich, but in goes the ball. 1-0 Arsenal.
that's the best bit of football they've played. That was on the ground and they played it into people. Nice layoff by Ian Wright. And I mean, the most amazing shot there with the outside of his right foot there. Put a bit of spin on the ball and bends it into the corner. That was a super goal. But you see, the two class players, they've got Ian Wright and they've got Bergkamp. If they can get the ball up to them, something will happen. And it happened there.
Dwight York trying to get to this one. Seaman. The first genuine touch and the first genuine move we've seen from Arsenal all night. And it's produced a truly outstanding goal.
Well, he's such a lovely player, Bergkamp, isn't he? Beautiful player.
Goes Southgate. Here's Merson. Bergkamp again. Ekiol makes the clearance. It's only the second goal, I think, that Villa have conceded in this competition. And, well, just when Bruce Rioch must have wondered quite where the game plan had gone.
And that's the beauty of having quality players in the ranks. You know, you can be up against it. They haven't been in the game, and then all of a sudden, two players can just spark it, and you're back in the game and take the lead.
Well, Bergkamp, who asked to be relieved from playing for Holland so that he could tonight be with Arsenal, that certainly has paid off for the Gunners.
He possibly was regretting that decision a bit earlier on.
But here come Villa.
The mighty Aston, Alan Wright. Johnson, and now York. Staunton, into York again. Foul there by Linnigan.
Lovely dummy by Dwight York there, wasn't it? He had Linnigan almost up beside us.
Three in the wall he wants. He's got two. Jensen and Merson. Behind the free kick for Villa, Mark Draper and Andy Townsend. Townsend just clipping it there, and Bergkamp, the scorer, getting it away to Helder. Crowd still buzzing with that remarkable piece of scoring expertise by Dennis Bergkamp. It was a wonderful strike. Right. Again, it's right. Spreading it this side. Oh, Jensen let that go nicely for Dixon to pick it up. Dixon swinging it to the far side. That's Bosnich's ball. Good long throw there to York. Finding Townsend. Right again. Linnigan's header. Right again. Merson. Southgate. It's Merson. Flips sideways, brings in Dixon. Jensen. Right again. York. Draper. Tommy Johnson. Now the first half to go. Pressure now from Villa. To pull this goal back. Right. Laying it into York. Very busy, very active through this midfield as well. Draper trying to find the unexpected, but Dixon's on the end of it for Arsenal. And Staunton retreating, pursued by Wright. Gets it to Southgate, back again, coolness itself to Sam Staunton.
Ian Wright's looking at his defenders and thinking, I'm doing all this chasing up here and you're all standing back. You know, Arsenal have got to push out and try and back up the ball.
Given away by Jensen there. An offside against Gary Charles. Bands tonight being worn as a mark of respect, of course, for Bob Paisley, former Liverpool manager. 6 championships, 13 trophies. A real winner was Bob, and a true gentleman as well, who died today. Up goes Southgate. Winterburn. It's really a bit long there towards Dwight York. He's controlled it. Johnson's come up quick. Milosevic can't quite get in there. And suddenly Bergkamp's away. The flag has stayed down. There's a chance for the 2-0. For a moment at the linesman, the flag stayed down. He had no doubt, and Bergkamp, faced with this, had no doubt either. And it's 2-0 through the legs of Bosnich.
Well, he was ice cool. He went through there, he waited, and he just had a little shimmy and then through the goalkeeper's legs. I mean, pure class.
Well, that's some wonderful stuff from Dennis Bergkamp here tonight. Chasing onto this one, holding up, and then choosing just the precise moment to make it 2-0. Here's Wright.
Merson's gone straight in through the middle too. Still with Wright. Goal kick. Well, he'd scored in each of the last two coming to this one. He'd had a fairly rocky start first off when he came here at the start of this season. But my goodness, he's found his form now in each of the last two games, and two crucial goals in the first leg of this semi-final of the Coca-Cola Cup.
Well, people were saying that he wasn't scoring early on in the season, that he didn't justify his fee coming here. But he's such a class act, he's such a class player that even not scoring goals, you've got to enjoy coming along and seeing Dennis Bergkamp play.
Milosevic couldn't get that one in the air. Still a long, long way to go in this semi-final yet. The rest of tonight, and a second leg to come at Villa Park, remember. Southgate. What is absolutely imperative from Villa's point of view is that they don't concede another one. Dixon gets it back. Header for Villa. Here's York. Paid in by Townsend. Tommy Johnson. Flag was up.
Thinking back on the goal, Brian, I mean, we didn't get a shot to find out if he was offside or not. It was quite a tight decision.
It was a very tight decision.
Yeah, but he peeled off the defender as the ball was played. My instinct was that he wasn't offside.
Seaman with this free kick. Up goes Merson. Beats right in the air. Staunton with the clearance. Up to York. Certainly Linnigan's giving York no space, time at all. Good play by Winterburn. Here's Helder in full stride. Then straight to Townsend. Johnson, but suddenly Helder could have put Arsenal in a lot of trouble there. And David Hillier having a little word with him as he ran past him. Good jump by Keown, equally won by Charles. Milosevic. Time, Tommy Johnson twisting and turning. Dwight York was in there, got the first touch, but it wasn't good enough. And Arsenal breathe again, but they've conceded a corner.
Good work again by Tommy Johnson there. Lovely skill and a great ball across the face there. Dwight York was a touch at that. Anything could happen.
What was significant was that Dwight York got there first. He read it quicker than anybody in the Arsenal defence. Here's the corner coming in. It was Merson with the header clear. Now Jensen with a little chip forward to Helder. And away he goes. Wright getting back to try and shadow him. Ian Wright's through the middle for Arsenal. He's hit a long one towards Dennis Bergkamp.
Well, that was a better ball. That's the first ball he's played all this half there, Glenn Helder. It was a lovely ball. Good little switch. It played it long, looking for Bergkamp coming around the back of the defender. It was a difficult one to control, but his control just let him down a little bit.
Linnigan's header.
As you're saying, Linnigan really is battling there with Dwight York, isn't he?
He's not giving him a moment's peace, is he?
No.
Jensen. Right, couldn't get a hold of it. Southgate. Johnson. York and Milosevic are up there, but Johnson's really motoring. Hasn't finished yet either. Came off Linnigan.
I must say I like the look of Tommy Johnson. When I see him play, he looks like one of those players. Something will always happen when he's around. You know, he'll have a pocket goal from unusual angles, he'll take people on, or run with the ball.
Deeper corner this time. Well, there was a comedy of errors there, and a whole chapter of them too, and it's not over yet. And they've scored, and it's Dwight York again. Well, Arsenal will be kicking themselves. They had so many chances to get that ball clear, and then of all things allowed the ball to fall at the feet of Dwight York, and York made no mistake.
I mean, comedy of errors, certainly, Brian. That was amazing, really. They had so many chances, Arsenal, to get rid of the ball before it even got to this stage, and there was Dwight just buried it in the back of the net. But I mean, they must be looking at each other now and saying, well, who was responsible there, lads?
Well, it's a landmark for Dwight York. There's an injury there at the moment. A landmark for young Dwight. That's his 17th of the season. That's his best since he joined Aston Villa. And in fact, he joined, I think, in December '89. And he's the longest serving actual player in this on the field there today for Aston Villa. Paul McGrath's longer, but he's a sub. It's Martin Keown who's got an injury. Just while we got this pause, just to talk about Bob Paisley for a moment, who sadly died today. A great old Liverpool stalwart. You played under him when he was a coach, of course, at Anfield, when Bill Shankly was manager. And yet he didn't seem really to want the job when Bill had gone.
Well, let me say first of all that we're all very saddened with Bob's death today. He hasn't been well for some time, and we all knew that, but it's still a shock when he dies. And yeah, going back to when Bob got the job, of course he did. He said to Bill, he said, have 6 months holiday, anything, he said, but, you know, come back, Bill. He said, I'll try and keep it going for you. Bill said, no, I'm out. And Bob didn't realise it then, but he was on the verge of greatness, wasn't he?
He was. 6 championships, 13 titles. A great man too, and a lovely man.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
Bob Paisley, who died today. So 2-1 the score. First half of a Coca-Cola Cup semi-final that's certainly been full of incident. Bruce Rioch will have plenty to say about Arsenal conceding that goal when they were sitting so pretty. But one thing we don't want to do, whatever the score, he said here at home, we must, above all, keep a clean sheet. Well, they failed to do it.
But certainly Aston Villa deserved the goal, Brian. You know, they've played well enough to actually be the better team in the first half.
Draper's free kick, but driven too hard, too far. Leeds winning at Bolton in the 4th round FA Cup tie. Grimsby leading 1-0 against West Ham. And Manchester City leading Coventry 1-0, also at half-time. Port Vale 1, Everton 1. Dwight York now, 2-1 here for Arsenal. Draper's done well. Johnson.
See, that was Tommy Johnson with another one of his shots. I mean, you never expect him to shoot from there, do you?
You're right what you're saying, though. I mean, he looks class again, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He looks more the player that came from Notts County all those seasons ago. I think it was Arthur Cox bought him for Derby County,
yes.
And he never really actually looked the same player in the Derby shirt for some reason.
No.
And he's taken a long time, I think, to feel his feet here at Villa, but certainly these last few weeks he's been in terrific form. Gareth Southgate with the free kick for Aston Villa. Goal was so important for them. This game could so easily have been running away from them pretty severely. Staunton. Milosevic now. Jensen takes it up. Tries to get it through to Ian Wright, but there are two watching him, including Gareth Southgate. Southgate coming away with it. Finds Charles. Hits long. Milosevic offside. Wasn't much room, and in the end, in fact, David Seaman, who took a knock on the back from Dwight York, decided to just play the ball safely into touch. He couldn't risk hitting it upfield for the risk of hitting it against Dwight York and the ball rebounding back into goal. Draper. Ekiok. A little bit of pace. There's Charles on the far side. These wing-backs are getting through a lot of good work as Ekiok plays this one in. Knocked away again, only as far as, well, I thought Tommy Johnston, but Bergkamp got there first, Staunton chasing it back.
You know, you're saying about the wing-backs getting forward. The centre-backs of Aston Villa are not afraid to step forward either. You know, we've seen Southgate come out, Ekiok come out with the ball. You know, when they've got it and there's a bit of space, they'll come out, step out and play.
Mercy. Quiet game so far. Dixon. Southgate. Charles. Milosevic. Charles. Dwight York. Back this time to Draper. Milosevic again. Ball on here for Steve Staunton. York twisting and turning and trying to lead Linnigan a merry dance. Look at this. Does so in the end. Finds enough space to find Staunton. Played in by him, but that was Dixon only half clearing it. And my goodness, Tommy Johnson on the turn had Seaman for a moment stranded. And a deflection that took it.
He is a loose cannon, Tommy Johnson, isn't he? He fire off anywhere, anytime.
So it's Andy Townsend with the corner again for Villa. Well, are they going to get an equaliser before half-time? Well, it was not far from being a free header there for Steve Staunton.
Actually, I think Steve will be a bit disappointed he didn't get out on target.
Absolutely.
He didn't have to jump, you know, he was standing when he headed it. There you go, Harley got off the floor and got underneath it.
Right to Draper. And now for Staunton. Hit long towards Dwight York. Linnigan didn't get a touch on it. There was a foul on the big Arsenal defender, a free kick. Nearly 2 minutes of time added on now. So far we've seen nothing of Ian Wright. Bergkamp, we've seen plenty of him. Mercy. Played in again towards Wright, but Ekiok policed him well enough.
Ian Wright said to the referee, I think he had a grab at my shirt there.
There goes the half-time whistle. And what an excellent first half it's been, with Villa really setting out their stall early on and looking by far the better side, reining in the shots until Dennis Bergkamp had a say. A terrific shot by him that put Arsenal ahead, and then showing great aplomb and awareness, made it 2-0 before Dwight York then got Aston Villa back on the rails. Let's have a quick word with the Villa manager, Brian Little.
So, Brian, after all that Villa pressure, what did you make of that first half? I thought till they scored we were doing all right. Then we had a mad, 10-15 minutes, and we might have just got ourselves back in it there with that goal. But we've got a lot to do. We don't want to lose the game, and we feel we've got to get at them a little bit more.
Although it must have hurt you, that first Bergkamp goal was a bit special.
Yeah, it was. Totally against the run of play, I felt. I mean, I think it was their first real shot. Great shot. But then, as I say, we just went a bit silly, and credit to them. But as I say, I think we might have just got back in it.
Thank you, Brian.
Cheers.
And Terry Venables, all Villa for 27 minutes, and then for the next few minutes, a story of Dutch class.
Well, you just can't keep a good man down, can you? And you can't give him that sort of space. He's dropped off deep. No one's gone in and marked him. He's played a ball in the front player, and he's a terrific shot. And really, it's been all Aston Villa until then.
Dare I warn you, there are implications for England here in June. Somewhere along the line, England play Holland.
Hopefully, he doesn't get that much space. But here he picks it up deep. He knocks the ball in, and there's Merson, plays it forward. There's no control problems back from Ian Wright. He lays up a beautiful ball, and he strikes it like an arrow.
Do you think that moves very much?
It moves slightly, but not enough to... you know, to really complain about it from a goalkeeper's point of view.
It's just power, Terry.
The pace of the ball has beaten the goalkeeper. He's hit it very true.
He made his mind up, didn't he? I mean, that's the great thing about Burke. He made his mind up quickly, decided what he was going to do.
He assesses situations up very quickly, and this is what he's great
Which
at.
is the sign of a class player, and he did the same with the second goal, because he just waited for Bosnich to just make a move.
Yeah, it was slightly... Keown gets the ball in this position here, just breaks to him here. That's it. He hits the ball, it's just a straight ball over the top, and the marking's not good enough. Southgate and Staunton have let him go through the middle. He's quick, but not that quick, Bergkamp. He gets his time, assesses the situation, and has time to actually see where the space is. It's through the goalkeeper's legs.
You think onside, Terry?
We can't tell from the camera angle, but even so, I think the marking should have been better, and it would have been academic, really.
Totally against the run of play, but Villa, to their credit, they came back. At the same time, Arsenal gifted them a goal.
Well, Arsenal, to be fair, have defended well. I think Keown particularly and Lineker have done well.
Yeah.
And they've had their hands forward to two strikers. And with Johnston coming through from behind, which we said again.
Is this the old story of an attacker being in a defending position?
Merson's found himself back, and if you're a defender in that position, if you're an attacker in a defensive situation, you've got to think like a defender and just get it out.
It doesn't matter if it goes for a corner, does it?
It doesn't matter, as long as it doesn't go where it ends up now, and that's where it ends up.
It is a comedy of errors, really.
It is. They lost their shape, and they've kept quite a good shape, the Arsenal defence, even though he's had 3 or 4 saves to deal with, David Seaman, on the night. They've never really lost their shape. That's Staunton going in there, I think, and then he gets the bits.
2-1 isn't good enough for Arsenal at this stage, certainly. And Tommy Johnston's been a constant threat, the guy you picked out before the game began.
Well, him and Bergkamp, I said that would have to be picked up, and they haven't done that. What I would say is Tommy Johnston spending a lot of times on the wide areas, which solved the problems of Arsenal, because the fullbacks are spare. And their fullbacks, Aston Villa, are giving the width, plus the strikers. His threat is coming straight through the middle, and he did it in the game. We picked it up very deep, just behind their midfield players, run right through and got a wicked deflection, and David had to make a good save from him.
Yeah.
He's a threat.
Yeah. All right, thank you for the moment, but we would just like to take a moment out, as I'm sure you'd like us to take a moment out, to reflect on the sad loss to football today, mentioned in the commentary box from Brian and Ian, the sad loss of Bob Paisley. Now, Bob was 77 years of age, and great is for once an accurate description of a man whose achievements in charge of Liverpool are without parallel. As you can see, the bare statistics are truly amazing, and they were the work not just of a wonderful servant to Liverpool Football Club, but above all a lovely, lovely man called Bob Paisley. Now, Terry, the greatest of all time has been mentioned by quite a lot of people this afternoon. How do you place Bob?
I think I would be no different to anyone else. I think he was possibly one of the greatest. Ian St John worked with him, around him. Every time he met Bob, he was always had something to say. They called him a quiet man. I thought he was a real funny guy. He had a great sense of humour, which mixed with this way that he had. Great man.
But a winner.
Absolutely.
OK, thank you, Terry. Let's join the Arsenal injured skipper. Tony Adams, he's with Gary Newborn.
Tony, first of all, what actually is your injury and how long will you be out?
My 2/3 of my cartilage removed, and it's been about 10 days now. looking at another couple of weeks yet to be playing first team football.
Well, this leg is now very much alive with Villa's goal there. Did you think Bergkamp was offside for the second goal?
I don't know. I thought I knew a bit about football, but the first half has certainly been quite amazing. Both teams looking very good at the start. Maybe Villa having a lot more possession, and then Dennis has taken over with 2 great goals. I think the camera angle didn't. I don't think you could tell. I've just watched it on there. I couldn't see. I was on the halfway line. I couldn't actually see.
Your defence have been playing well, apart from that lapse. I mean, that was a costly goal when you're 2-0 up.
Yeah, that's right. Like I say, it's been an amazing game. Dennis has done brilliant, and then we've gifted them a goal at the death.
All to play for now. Thanks ever so much, Tony.
No problem.
It's Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 1 in this Coca-Cola Cup semi-final first leg. Beautifully poised, not just for the next 45 minutes, but for next Wednesday's second leg as well. So back we go to Ian St John and to Brian Moore.
Thanks very much, Bob. Well, Ian, how do you see it going now?
Well, I mean, the Aston Villa certainly were the better side in the first half, but with quality players on both sides, you can't expect to see another 1 or 2 goals going in, because both sides have definitely got a positive attitude about this tonight. They both want to try and win it, and that can only be good for the second half.
Well, it's Arsenal who'll get it underway, leading by 2 goals to 1. As Linnigan fires it forward. Jensen picking it up. Bergkamp, Jensen, Merson. Jensen again. Once more to Merson. Thought he might have tried a shot there. Draper. And now to Alan Wright. Tony Adams there at half-time. 10 days since his cartilage operation. He's talking about playing in a fortnight's time. He's really, apparently the training staff are saying he's just itching to get back, and complains that they're holding him back. Good play and cool play there by Southgate.
Changed days, isn't it, Brian? From I had a cartilage out when I was 20. It took me 6 weeks to play.
Is that right?
And everybody said how quick I was getting back.
The other Arsenal injury news is good news for their fans, that David Platt is very much on the road to recovery, and he's had some problems, slight complications after a cartilage operation. Might well be fit though for the second leg next week. Up at Villa. Right. Pulling it down the line. Here's York.
Thinking about David Platt, certainly Arsenal need David Platt in there. They need him back, and they need a midfield player that can get forward and get themselves some goals, because the burden has been left to the 2 boys up in front here. At least with Villa tonight, I expect goals can come from anywhere, from the midfield players or the front 2 players.
Hilliard. Wright's off and chasing. Ekiog's after him. Wright doing his best to hold him off. And the corner given. Elder will take it. Keown's gone forward, Linnigan too. Bergkamp at the near post, Wright at the far post. Helder delivering in one low, and it's a poor one. Straight to Mark Draper.
I mean, Helder really must be frustrating the fans here at Highbury, because, he really is doing nothing. His contribution to the game so far has been 1 pass.
Here's York. Took that nicely away from Hillier. Johnson's up ahead of him, but Hillier's shadowing him well. Draper goes past Bergkamp. It's an Arsenal throw. chasing, but the other right, Alan Wright, got the better of him.
He's a composed little player.
He's lovely, isn't he? Yes. Milosevic. York. And York just caught offside. Interesting that Brian Little was saying at half-time, we want to get out and win this game. The thought of just being satisfied with a draw or even with a 2-1 deficit and do the real positive work back at Villa Park. He's looking for a positive result here, which augurs well for the 40-odd minutes that are still to go. Up to Milosevic. Alan Wright with the free kick. Southgate. Right. And Milosevic caught offside.
Milosevic here making his run. Arsenal are very good at stepping up and playing people offside, but actually he was played on there by Winterburn.
That's right. Southgate getting it clear, up to Milosevic. Running for him this time. Tommy Johnson inside, Dwight York in the middle. In the end, well, he was caught in 2 or 3 minds himself, and Arsenal got it away. Staunton. Here's Winterburn. It's an Arsenal throw, which the Arsenal number 3 will take. Finds Helder. Winterburn. Cut out by Townsend. Side again. It could only have been Dwight York, it wasn't Gary Charles. Fairly low-key start to the second half. Arsenal leading 2-1, remember. Second leg to come at Villa Park in a week's time. For the right to go through to Wembley, where the winners face the winners of the other semi-final, Birmingham Leeds, on March the 24th. Staunton, hit long. Dwight York chasing. Keown, good marker.
That is his strength, Keown, a very good marker. Not so good when he's got the ball at his feet, but he can certainly stick to people.
A lovely little cushion header there from Alan Wright. Keown again, this is Draper. Foul on the free kick. Now there by Dixon. On Milosevic. It into him there, didn't he? But the referee instantly put his hands behind his back, said no, there's no question of a yellow card.
Well, I think the referee's quite right. I don't think his leg's broken, is it?
I
mean, he's got up, he's never even had the trainer on.
It was a bit of a clatter though, Saint, wasn't it?
Not really.
No? No. Free kick to...
he's a big boy, isn't he? I mean, he's 6 foot what? Big strong lad.
Johnson waits, joined now by Ugo Yekiog. Yekiog going for this one, along with Dwight York. Dwight Dwight York, who was spotted back in Trinidad and Tobago as a 16-year-old by Graham Taylor when Graham was manager of Aston Villa. So that's a real legacy that Graham left behind at Villa Park. Merson. Bergkamp's just pulled away. It's into the side netting. Goal kick.
Always favours going down the right-hand side there. Paul Merson doesn't fancy so much in his left foot. And when you think back to the goal, actually it was Paul that headed the ball at his 6-yard box. When really, if he'd have taken his left foot and hit it into the top row of the stand, Arsenal would be 2-0 up.
Yes. Yes, it was Paul's cushioned header in his own 6-yard area that compounded the comedy of errors that went before and after it, and gave Dwight York that chance to make it 2-1. Here's Winterburn now for Arsenal, playing it into Bergkamp, man who's on a hat-trick. Plays it for John Jensen, waiting half an hour, and the Villa man came in. John hasn't scored this season for Arsenal.
Do you know what his goal-scoring record is?
I think it's 1 or 2, isn't it, in the time that he's been here. But everybody remembers that fantastic goal he scored in Gothenburg that helped Denmark win the European Championship back in '92. Okay. Here. Merson took that nicely on the turn.
Now that was lovely skill, wasn't it? Great control, and we were saying before he likes it on his right foot. It wasn't such a good ball that was played in there by Hilaire, but then he just controls it there, turns and gets the volley. Good body shape, just slightly underneath it.
Up goes Linnigan. Shoving the back on right by Southgate. Free kick to Arsenal. They wanted to take it quickly, at least Merson did, and Merson wanted it played forward. But instead it was played backwards. Now it's come to Merson, and he's in a bit of trouble here against Milosevic. Gets it back again. Chipped in now towards Bergkamp, and then for right, and now towards Bergkamp again. Good work though by Southgate. Bergkamp was offside, and it'll be a free kick.
But nice little interpassing between the two big guns there. Beautiful header here by Bergkamp. You know, he's aware of where right is, just glances at header, gets a return, and I think he's onside there.
He's well onside.
Yeah, of course he's onside.
Staunton's there. For a moment the Draper had given that away seriously. Linnigan gets it back. Seaman pounds it forward, flicked on by Jensen. Here he is again, better header that time. Bergkamp. Nice skill. Merson playing it far too far forward for Helder.
You know, Bergkamp does a lovely little bit of skill there. Beautiful individual skill. Sets the ball up and then Arsenal just give it away.
Charles. Townsend. Staunton. Right. There's a foul by Hillier on Draper. Free kick to Villa. And they've got it to Milosevic while Arsenal were just having a little snooze. Johnson. Draper. Charged down by Hillier, I think it was. A little touch there by Bergkamp. And Helder in full stride. Good tackle, though, by Ekiog. Bergkamp again. Right, flicking it wide. Merson picking it up. Here come Arsenal. Into Helder. Took too long. Just look at the blue shirts that were there. 2, 4, 5. Surrounding the Dutchman. Arsenal's throw. Staunton. And now Draper. Right. Southgate.
Draper's getting plenty of room, isn't he? When he drops off there, you know, John Jensen doesn't go to pick him up, and he's getting all the room in the world.
Missed there by Ekiog. Here's Draper. Came from Leicester City. It's Winterburn with the throw for Arsenal. About half an hour to go. Right, turning into trouble. Helder looking for an opening. It'll come through to Milosevic, played for Draper, and now for Dwight York. And Tommy Johnson coming there, but Seaman's got there just before him. A little throw out, and Winterburn's on his way. Helder. Here again. Behind you, said the crowd, because Johnson was coming up fast. Winterburn hitting it forward, easy for Ekiog. Goes Hillier. Up goes Wright. Almost gets it to Bergkamp. Wright's not finished yet, but Ekiog's header for Villa. Up goes Merson. Here's Jensen. There's space on the right now for Dixon. Down the line for Bergkamp, being pursued by Southgate. Gets it back. Now there's time for a good cross in here towards Ian Wright. Knocked back away by the Villa defence. And in the end, it's Charles who gets it by way of the referee's head forward towards Dwight York. Draper. Townsend. The fireworks shed of the first half, but it's still beautifully poised, this one. And a lot of good skill from both sides. Charles. Townsend. Charles. Johnson, the flag has stayed down, he's onto the byline. This could be problems for Arsenal here. And in the end, they tuck it away. Winterburn, after the header clearance by Lee Dixon.
They did very well there, didn't they, Villa? They were very patient, lovely build-up, didn't bother, you know, trying to play the ball in too early, and then Tommy Johnson finally got that little bit of space.
Dwight York's made a run towards the corner. And it was a false alarm. Andy Townsend's taking it. Ekiog's up there. It's a deep one again towards the big central defender. He's got his header back in there, but a simple catch for David Seaman, and a good throw out towards Bergkamp. But Alan Wright spotted that well. Staunton knocking it forward. Offside flag up against Dwight York.
David Seaman actually was just a shade late in seeing Bergkamp make his break down the right-hand side, and I saw him putting his hand up to him saying, sorry, I should have thrown it as soon as I caught it.
Arsenal's kick. $37,562. Augmented by millions of you at home. We hope that all of you are enjoying the game here tonight at Highbury. 2-1 to Arsenal in this Coca-Cola semi-final. Yes, Townsend had just a little too much determination there for Glenn Helder.
He didn't think Glenn might win that one.
Ekiog. Little Alan Wright on the far side there if there's a mistake by Merson, but there isn't. Helder playing it and giving it away to Draper. Southgate's making perhaps his first serious error. Dwight York to Mark Draper. Here's Gary Charles. There's a boy he trained here at Highbury. He's a London boy, Gary, before he joined Forest and then Derby County. Southgate. Staunton.
Well, Arsenal really are working very hard at trying to stop the Villa, who have been very patient with their build-up play here. But the Arsenal, you have to say, give them credit. They are working very hard to try and stop them.
Well, there's going to be a substitution.
And Glenn Helder's going off. Surprise, surprise.
Yes, Glenn Helder's going off. And Ray Parra coming on.
You know, I'd say to you at half-time, I thought he should have taken Helder off at half-time. Don't let him out the dressing room again. I mean, his contribution to the game has been nil. It really has been, you know.
Well, here's Parra looking to contribute something here. And just for a moment, oh my goodness! That was a back pass by Ekiog that almost caught Bosnich out. And they're not out of the wood yet. Jensen onto the left foot. Charged down that time by Big Ugo. Jensen. Crossed in again. Bergkamp poised on the far side. Good header. Allen. Ian Wright there. Didn't come down quickly enough. And Villa breathe again. Draper. From Arsenal with Dixon. York getting back there as well. Finding Staunton. Touch for Draper. Game warming up again now. Looking like a real cup tie. Arsenal 2-1 ahead. With a little over 24 minutes left. This is a funny old back pass here that caused Bosnich all sorts of trouble, didn't it?
Bosnich actually did well there, didn't he? You know, remembering that he couldn't pick it up, got his knee to it and made the clearance.
Mark Draper now for Villa. Johnson. Townsend. Now Wright. Draper. Draper. Chance of a shot here, but straight through to David Seaman. First bounce.
Yeah, they're always prepared, as we said before, to have a shot. Made the space, but just straight at him.
Georg. Get the feeling that Arsenal will need another goal. They need, you feel, a two-goal cushion to take with them to Villa Park.
But they've started getting back into the game in the last 5 or 10 minutes again. You know, it looked as if it was running away from them again, but you know, they're working hard and they're certainly getting back into it.
Milosevic finds York, does well. Charles had made a good run down the right-hand side, still with Dwight York, but the red shirts surrounded him, and the red shirts in the end won. It's with Ray Parra. Oh, what's he doing? Getting it straight to York again. A handball there by Ian Wright. Nothing given. Villa have possession, no cause for concern or worry. Gary Charles takes it up. Milosevic quickly challenged. And then in the end beaten by Winterburn. To Bergkamp. Oh, a lovely turn by Bergkamp, a superb turn by him. And there are 3 against 2 suddenly. And it's Winterburn right in there. It's right in there. And it's wide of the Villa goal.
He was offside.
Flag was up.
Yeah, flag had gone up. But what a lovely run again by Bergkamp. The skill of the man in the centre circle when he beat Steve Staunton here. Look, just turned Steve and then off he went. There was no catching him there. He always had in his vision, he could see Winterburn coming up, laid it into his path, and there was Ian Wright, was a yard or 2 offside.
Up goes Keown, but he's beaten that time by Dwight York. Staunton. Bergkamp got the better of it. Merson. Milosevic now for Bergkamp. There's his shot, too high. Now Arsenal have started firing the bullets.
Well, I just felt in the last 10 minutes, Brian, that this was happening for them. And it all stemmed really from the amount of work they were doing to try and win the ball back. Paul Merson doing well, setting Bergkamp up, and not one of his better efforts.
Over 20 minutes left. Fowler. Arsenal's kick. Lee Dixon will take. Ian Wright, the Arsenal captain, waiting. Here's Wright. Plays it for Dixon, but it was too close to the defender. And that was a foul by Hillier.
Rather obvious free kick, that one, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Dixon getting it away. Bergkamp. Touch there for Jensen. Trying to make something of it, but losing out to Alan Wright. Townsend, Milosevic. For Draper. Oh, that was a good shot. It's a good work by David Seaman, providing Villa with another corner.
I'm not sure if this was going wide of the post, but yes, I think it might have just been going wide of the post, but I mean, David wasn't to know that.
Draper with a corner again, a long one. Backward header that time by Linnigan to Parler. He's only got Ian Wright up, and it's Alan Wright who gets there first. Offside against Dwight York.
Well, Brian Little must be happy at the way his midfield players have got shots on goal tonight, because of all, you know, they're queuing up to have a pop first sight they can get of goals, and Draper's had quite a few tonight, and this was another nice one, wasn't it?
Milosevic played inside for Johnson, played on again for Milosevic. Dwight York's gone darting into the middle there, and it might come to him. It has indeed. And it's 2-2. And Dwight York has done it again. Making it 6 goals, believe it or not, in his last 3 games now. Some good work here by Villa overall, and the cross coming in for Milosevic. Here it comes, there's the leap by Dwight York, beating the despairing punch of David Seaman, making it 2-2.
I mean, there was a bit of luck in it, the fact that it came off the Arsenal defender's back and spun up in the air, but they thoroughly deserved it, the Aston Villa.
So from the 2-goal cushion, Arsenal now really on their uppers at 2-2, with a second leg to come up in the Midlands next week. His 18th goal of the season. Dixon, and a goal kick. Well, this is the goal again, Saints. Milosevic doing some good work down that left flank.
I think it came off Keown's back and spun up there, and the goalkeeper had been caught at the near post and couldn't really get across there to get a hand on it.
time, but his header going straight to Milosevic.
He's getting his confidence, he's getting nearer, isn't he?
To be fair to the fella, in Yugoslavia, in the last 3 seasons with Partizan Belgrade, he got 79 goals. He can finish, but he just can't find that finishing boots here. Bergkamp, Dixon, Wright touching it on, but not for Merson. Here's Gary Charles. York gets it back to Milosevic. Other cup results: Manchester City have beaten Coventry by 2-1. Southgate. Hillier. Winterburn. Merson. He's thrown the ground with that header. Jensen finding Parler. Will it come for Lee Dixon?
Well, this game is now so open. I mean, it's swinging end to end, and I wouldn't like to put my money on either team here.
I tell you what, you'd be pretty sure there'd be some more goals in this game the way it's going at the moment.
Well, you feel that, you know, just under 15 minutes to go, and I would expect somebody to get him on it.
But as a former striker yourself, Saint, I mean, what do you make of this young lad, Dwight York?
Well, I think he's terrific. Well, I've seen him develop, as you say, from when he came over at first, and he was a winger, and little light fella. But look, he's filled out, he's strong, he's powerful. He can play. Now he's playing centre forward, and it's a tough position to play. But he's got the strength to do it, and he's now got the confidence to be in there where it hurts and get the goals. And it's great to see him now. That's his best tally so far for Aston Villa.
Dixon up to Bergkamp. Right to the other right, Alan Wright. Yellow card for Ian Wright for the clash with Alan Wright.
I think he was a little bit impetuous here. You know, he'd lost the ball there. Wright had won it, and he came flying in a little bit late. I think the referee was entitled to hand a yellow card out there. A
night of frustration so far for the Arsenal captain. But we so often say, disregard him for a moment during these 90 minutes at your peril. And the same goes for him. This is the second Villa goal. Milosevic making that break down the left. There's his cross. Good jump by Dwight York.
See, that was a brave header. And going in there with the goalkeeper coming out to punch the ball, that was brave. He kept his eye on it, and thank you.
Parler. Dixon. Bergkamp. Grimsby have beaten West Ham 3-0. There have been a few problems in the Grimsby camp in the last few days, but it certainly hasn't affected them on the field.
They won't be fighting in the dressing room tonight, will they?
Exactly. It's a free kick to Aston Villa, but first the referee wants a word with Ian Wright, who's already had a yellow card, being told to button his lip. Keown with a header, won by Linnigan. Townsend. Oh my goodness, still not getting it away! Oh, against the crossbar, Dwight York against the legs of Seaman, and Arsenal almost gifting Villa another goal through their own naivety and stupidity almost in the penalty area. Ekiok. Milosevic is in there. And in the end, David Seaman safely catches the ball.
Well,
they nearly did it again.
I cannot believe this Arsenal defence. I mean, normally they're so safe, so assured. But tonight, I mean, that is ridiculous. That's twice they've done it.
Foul that time by Bergkamp on Southgate. And Bergkamp kicked the ball away. Whether that will incur the wrath or not, I don't know. Let's see if we can look. Eyes here and also eyes on the referee. No, nothing wrong with Bergkamp, but there's the shot against the crossbar from Tommy Johnson, and then against the legs of the goalkeeper from Dwight Yorke.
Well, I thought Dwight was getting his hat-trick there when the ball came back to him. But a great shot from Tommy Johnson. Wonderful shot.
Terrific. 10 minutes to go. I'm rather relieved that I haven't got to name the man of the match yet.
I was hoping Dwight would knock that one in.
It's either Bergkamp or Dwight Yorke, I suppose. But here's Hillier.
To name but two.
Hillier. That's not a bad shot. Hasn't scored this season, and that would have been a most timely opening goal. Just cleared Bosnich's crossbar. Stays at 2-2.
That was a lovely little bender, wasn't it? You know, he was looking to bend it in the top corner. Ooh.
Flick on by Milosevic. This time Linegan's having no nonsense from Dwight Yorke. Came off Milosevic, it'll be an Arsenal throw. And Leeds United have beaten Bolton. Not been a bad few days for Leeds United. Here's Ian Wright. The flag was up. It's a free kick to Arsenal. Arsenal wishing that the referee could have played the advantage.
Actually, Ian Wright's getting a bit excited. You know, he wants to cool down here because he's been booked and he's mouthing again at the referee. He wanted the advantage, but the referee had blown, so if he's blown, he's got to stop the game.
Well, Bergkamp behind the free kick. 3 in the Villa wall. Bosnich behind them. Bergkamp playing it to Parlour. Wanted too much time.
Now, I would like to have seen that in reverse. I'd like to have seen Parlour play it to Bergkamp and let Bergkamp have the shot.
Over 8 minutes left. There's Dixon. Parlour. Yes, there was a foul. I feel a little sorry for Parlour on that occasion, to be honest. But a free kick's given to Villa. I thoroughly enjoyed watching the first semi-final on Sunday between Birmingham and Leeds from St Andrews. I think this has matched it, though.
Oh, it was a good game on Sunday, but I mean, I think this is a cracking game. I mean, 2-2. There's been since the second goal has gone in, there's been chances at both ends. It's been very exciting stuff.
It's Staunton with the free kick. Up goes Linegan. There's Townsend. Dixon getting the header in for Arsenal. Johnson playing it wide for Charles. Trying to get the better of Merson and succeeds in doing so, but the cross comes off Winterburn for the corner. And certainly there's plenty for the Villa fans up in that corner where the corner's being taken to cheer now after a very sombre period when they went 2 down. Corner quickly taken. Charles playing it in. Peter flying in there. Staunton trying to get it onto the left foot, and then plays it for Tommy Johnston, and a goal kick for Arsenal.
Not one of Tommy's better efforts. But Arsenal, you know, they're having a real struggle to clear the ball out their own box.
certainly cost him dear. Parler. Townsend. They are determined to go on contributing to their own problems, aren't they? I mean, a header by Jensen there across the face of his own penalty area. But a free kick. Milosevic. Here's Johnson. Now, will this be the winner? It's Tommy Johnson. The referee had a look at that situation. And it's a goal kick.
Well, Tommy just raced through the middle there, and it was actually a terrific tackle by Winterburn, wasn't it? He got the
good
ball.
tackle and good decision.
Well, he had to get the ball. I mean, if he'd missed it there, it was a surefire penalty.
Dixon. Towards Merson. Beaten though by Ekiol. It's Hillier. And now Winterburn. Merson. Bergkamp. Played in again for Parler. Terrific save by Bosnich. But a wonderful move by Arsenal. Merson now keeping it going in towards Ian Wright. Claimed a handball. Bergkamp couldn't get on the end of it. And Arsenal so close to going 3-2 up. But that really was the save of the night there by Bosnich. And Southgate now makes the clearance for Aston Villa. Foul and a free kick. It was a great move too, wasn't it? Putting Parler in.
It was a beautiful ball played in there by Merson to Parler, and a good spread by the keeper. But both goalkeepers have made great saves from similar situations.
A little flick on, Wright can't get to it. Parler get to this. Oh, Alan Wright got there first. Or will it go for the corner? Yes, just. Arsenal's corner. A little over 3 minutes to go. The score at 2-2.
Now, Arsenal usually do very well at their corner kicks. They've been poor tonight. Let's see if they can get one in.
Well, this is Merson with this one. Linnigan's come up from the back, but Ekiog, no problems. Southgate. Winterburn. Leading the game by Parler. A little right, knocking the ball away calmly and with some force into touch. Parler again. He's been lively these last few minutes down that side. Still with Ray Parler. Touch back again, and a little flick over this time from Lee Dixon, who'd gone to join the attack. Little pass back from Dennis Bergkamp.
First, I thought the referee had actually blown for something there, because it was a rather nonchalant effort there by Lee Dixon, wasn't it?
Dwight York. York did well. Draper. York again. Johnson. Right. Here's Dwight York. Townsend. Bringing in Charles. Milosevic. Townsend. Gary Charles. To York. And again, this must must be something like a dozen passes now. Oh, and a good shot! And an excellent save again by David Seaman. And you have to say, Ian, for all Arsenal's hard work, and they've really worked hard, and for the brilliant flashes they've been from Bergkamp, that Villa have throughout this game looked the more accomplished side.
Well, the midfield of Villa have been terrific. You know, Andy Townsend driving him on again, and another terrific shot, a great save.
Staunton gets it back. All set up though for a terrific second leg at Villa Park in a week's time. Gary Charles driving that towards Milosevic, but too high for him. Right, would you like to talk about the man of the match?
Well, you know I can't win in this one.
You can't.
I can't win. Whoever I select tonight, people will say, no, you should have took the other fellow. But I'm going to go for Dennis Bergkamp, because I think his 2 goals have been a bit special. I mean, the first one was really tremendous. The second one was, you know, right, just lovely aplomb as he went through and put it through the goalkeeper's legs. And I also think that his individual plays, he hasn't had a lot of the ball, but everything he's done has got that stamp of class about it. So I'm going to give him the man of the match. And say sorry to Dwight.
Aston. We needed something there. We're now playing time added on at the end of 90 minutes. And Aston Villa get a goal kick with Mark Bosnich. And Arsenal find that little bit of cushion between now and these last few seconds to take to a second leg in a week's time. Or indeed will Villa now. Lydia gets it forward. Staunton, Draper, Charles. I've been impressed with Villa, I must say, tonight. Draper. There it is. That's the final whistle at 2-2. 2 goals for Dennis Bergkamp, 2 goals for Dwight York. And the battle to be continued at Villa Park next Wednesday night, and that will be quite a battle, sir.
That will be a battle. I'm looking forward to that one. I think it'll be a cracking game, because I really enjoyed this one. I thought it was, both sides really competed. It was very even at times, but I thought Villa probably on the night just about edged it.
Final score here at Highbury then, Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 2.
Hello again, Arsenal 2, Villa 2, that's how it's finished. Let's hear from the Arsenal manager, Bruce Rioch. He's with Gary Newman.
Bruce, that was a terrific game, but how do you view it, letting a 2-0 lead slip away like that?
Disappointing, but that's football sometimes, and I thought the players have done exceptionally well tonight to get themselves into the leading position, and it was always going to be a hard game for both sides. So, you know, we go back to Villa Park or Square, obviously.
This is a good Villa side though, Bruce, and Seaman had to make a lot of good saves tonight.
Yeah, he's had more to do tonight than Bosnich has had to do for Villa, and they're a good side playing with a lot of good confidence. Their form in the league is excellent at the moment, but you know, we're pleased. We've got 1 player back tonight, Parler, from injury. We may well have another 1 or 2 players back, who knows, for the second game. But, you know, I'd rather go there all square than be a goal down.
Terry Venables, a true British Cup tie.
Yeah, exactly as we said it would be. It all looks nicely set up now for Aston Villa. They're full of confidence to finish it off, but it wouldn't be untypical of Arsenal to go there and turn
well,
them over.
Yeah, I guess so, but you're away on international duty, spying duty for Euro 96, but right. I mean, you must put Villa as favourites at this moment, mustn't you?
It looks that way, yes, but the Cup semi-final, you can't odds it really too much.
They were excellent, weren't they, Villa?
I thought they played well all through, and we saw the quality of Bergkamp, which took Arsenal ahead, but in the end they kept playing their football, and they got right back in the game, and deservedly so.
What have Arsenal got to do, Terry? How do you see it from the Arsenal point of view there tonight?
Well, they have a problem, as I said, with Bergkamp coming from this deeper position. And they didn't really
Villa have the problem.
Yeah, I think so. I think Arsenal are going to do that. But on the other hand, you've got the situation, as I said earlier before the game started, Johnston is a constant threat from the positions he picks up. And they always outnumber Arsenal in midfield. and they win on the numbers game. Arsenal's extra players are at the back, and I think that's the problem.
All right, Terry, thanks for being with us as always. Now then, coming up on ITV, that crucial and decisive second leg at Villa Park between Aston Villa and Arsenal. Well, it can be seen a week tonight, live and exclusive. Our programme will begin at 8 o'clock. And then the following Sunday at 3:55, we'll have extended highlights of the return game between Leeds United and Birmingham City. Leeds 2-1 up, of course, after the first leg at St Andrews last Sunday. But tonight here at Highbury, it's been a tale of two strikers. Dutchman Dennis Bergkamp for Arsenal, 2 goals of true quality. This, the first. And Trinidad-born Dwight Yorke for Villa, 2 more for him, taking his total for the season to 18, 8 in the last 6 games. So 2-2 it's finished. Hope you'll be with us next Wednesday. It should be quite a tie. Bye-bye.
When working